Hello
Absolutely.
guys, ciao. Congratulations
Thank you.
for the movie. So what did you like about the script when you first read it?
Oh, just the what if. Which is one of the great what ifs, isn't it? What would you do if there was a place and you knew it and you'd lost a child and you could bring it back? You know, that and then it was just, to me it seemed like a great dramatic role, you know, between a husband and a wife and their child. It seemed like, take out the horror and the Pet Sematary and all that, it was just like, it seemed like a great role to get up, you know, to get into. I thought I was in a kitchen sink drama. Turns out I was in something completely different.
And nobody told him. Yeah.
Nobody told me.
It was a horror film.
It was a horror film. Why is there this blood in?
And you, what did you like about it?
I mean, I'm a huge Stephen King fan, so I was immediately drawn to the. I was familiar with his book, or not familiar. I'd read his book, and I had also seen the original movie directed by Mary Lambert, and so I was just excited off the bat, even before reading the script. But the same here is that it preserved all the things that I love about the novel, which is essentially at the heart of it is it's this couple dealing with grief and the loss of their child, but then the what if element, and also added something new to the canon of Pet Sematary, of like the film and the book, and did a twist with the original material.
What was the hardest scene you guys had to shoot together? I mean, you went to some dark places.
Yeah. That, for me, was that scene where we had to go upstairs and to tell you, just right after she's met her daughter, we had to go upstairs and explain what was going on, and she had to then deal with it in some kind of way. And that, you know, King didn't write about that in the novel. It's a very hard. I mean, this is crazy. How do you explain insanity? You know, how do you do it without losing your audience or too much exposition, or just like this just doesn't make sense and it's stupid.
Right.
So that was like a massive challenge for us to do.
Yeah, I mean that scene
It
definitely
gave me nightmares.
The scene previous to leading into that scene, and also we didn't shoot those back to back. But preserving the reaction to seeing Ellie for the first time come back in the kitchen, and then remembering, like, going off the heels of that reaction, which is for me as an actor like pretty heightened, and then going, where do we go from here? You know what I mean? Like, oh man.
I remember seeing it, thinking we were having a chat about it. It was like, well, you'd just pass out, wouldn't you? Yeah, well, great, that's it.
Yeah.
We can't shoot that though. You know, it was huge, yeah.
Jason, you said that the scariest scene was when you were digging your Ellie's grave.
Yeah.
Did you happen to have any funny moments? Even if
Oh,
you know.
we were always. I mean, you know, that time when I come in, you know, to pick up, you know, when Rachel's dead in the Pet Sematary at the end, or she's dying, you know, and she's dragged the thing on to run in there and find her breathing heavily before I'm attacked by my crazy daughter. I mean, we were just laughing. We were yucking it up all the time. There's only one way to get ready and to warm up, is to crack jokes, you know. And that's the way I would do it all the time, you know, and Amy would do it as well.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, we were joking, Amy's character was originally a interior designer.
And we
And
needed
so we
more
were
scenes.
always having
I
jokes
argued
about,
Paramount.
you know, the curtains and all that
We
before.
needed, like, my whole
just ways
section.
of finding, you know, into each other's, to play a relationship and to play a couple, you know, that.
Amy, you're also a director, and you just said before you're a Stephen King's fan. Which book would you pick, if you could, to direct for the big screen?
Well, I have a personal connection to Cujo because it's the first Stephen King book that I read when I was 8, and then.
But would you still do it though? Do you think
I
that'd make
don't
a
know.
great
I
movie?
actually just, like, because I've been asked this, I really think Stand By Me with all girls would be a really great twist, and yeah, even though I know a lot of dudes that would be really mad at me, you know. They like really are connected to that film.
There's probably somebody trying to do exactly that now.
Yeah.
An all girls Stand By Me.
Yeah, they're probably doing that. Me first. Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank
Lovely
you.
questions.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.